Welcome to the Childcare Genius Podcast, the world's leading authority on childcare marketing, mindset, expansion, and profitability. Our host, Faith Yocum, is a seasoned entrepreneur and childcare industry expert who has helped transform childcare centers into thriving, multi-million-dollar businesses. Now, get ready to be inspired, empowered, and equipped for success. Your host for the Childcare Genius Friday training, Faith Yocum.
Hi, welcome to the Childcare Genius Podcast. I'm your host, Faith Yocum, and today we are talking about hiring faster without hiring the wrong people, right? We all know great candidates don't stay on the market. People who are good at their job are well sought after. They interview well, they know what they want, and they are interviewing the company that is interviewing them as well, right? And they're either going to accept or decline a job because they know what they bring to the table. Now, if it takes you a week to respond, even if it takes you 3 days to respond, you're likely interviewing the leftovers, right? So set a goal to contact every applicant within 24 hours. Ideally, you would have a CRM that would automatically respond to a candidate once they apply to your position. And even more so, it should speak in the tone that with the impression that you want them to have. So once you have a candidate, we're looking to hire for character and train for the skills, right? Technical skills can be taught. You want to look for the candidate that demonstrates reliability, genuine care for children, warmth, willingness to learn, willingness to be part of a team, professional communication, and a positive attitude. Okay, hire for the type of person and personality you want to work at your center, not for someone who has a skill set. And create a consistent interview process. I can't tell you how many people I talk to who ask different questions or put their candidates through different processes, right? You can't compare apples to apples if everybody has taken a different path and you have different answers, right? You want to ask the same questions to all the candidates. You want to put them through the same screening. My recommendation is to have them do a personality profile of sorts so that you understand whether they have the level of integrity you're looking for. Emotional stability and emotional intelligence are really high if you want to weed out the drama and problem employees. But you also want to make sure that you're consistently asking them the same questions. You know, for example, tell me about a time that you handled a difficult or upset parent, right? How did they respond to that? And it's not so much about exactly what they say or what the situation was that was difficult. It's how they managed it, how they thought on their feet, what their tone was. Did they escalate it or did they successfully de-escalate the situation, right? Did the parent feel reassured at the end? Ask them, what does a great classroom environment look like to you? You know, if they're like, oh, I love it when it's crazy and the kids are just running around having fun, that's all fine and dandy, but that sounds like a lot of risk, right? You want them to know that the children are happy and they're following a routine and you're following the curriculum and all the things that are happening regulatory wise are being executed. And ask them things like, why do you want to work with children? You want to know, is this a job that they're just looking for anything that will, give them a paycheck? Or is this something that they're really looking for as a career, right? Consistency in asking each candidate the same questions removes emotion during your hiring decisions, okay? It really levels the playing field. The other thing is let the candidates experience your culture, okay? So give them a tour of your center, introduce them to some of your team, share your values and your mission, not just the core job responsibilities, okay? You're interviewing them, but they should also be interviewing you. And you want them to fall in love with you. Think of it like when you are interviewing a family. When a family's interviewing you, right? You want them to fall in love with you. You want them to pick you, even if you choose not to pick them. Because they may not be the right candidate for your center, but if they leave with a positive experience, they will tell other people, and maybe someone else they know ends up being the perfect candidate for your school. But you want to make sure that they fall in love with you. Even little things like, having a chalkboard in the lobby that says, welcome, Miss So-and-so. Can't wait to meet you, right? We do that for families who come. Welcome Smith family, right? That's what it says on the chalkboard with a heart or a smiley face or whatever it is, because it creates a memorable moment and it speaks to your culture, right? How do you want your candidates to feel when they walk in the door for an interview? Think about that and identify what you can do to give them all the feels, right? Make them fall in love with your school and want to work there. And don't lower your standards, okay? A poor hire can result in months of stress for your team, frustration for your families, turnover, which leads to frustration with your families and inconsistencies in the classroom, right? If a candidate raises red flags during the interview, trust your instinct, okay? Don't lower your standards out of desperation. It's better to operate short-staffed for a few more days or a week than spend months with the fallout of hiring the wrong employee, okay? So think about your hiring process this week and say, ask yourself, how long does it take us to contact applicants? Are we evaluating character as much as experience? And is our interview process consistent with every candidate? And what feel do we give candidates when they come to our center? Are we courting them, right? Are we making them fall in love with us? So the goal isn't to hire fast, it's to hire efficiently, okay? When you combine speed with a consistent hiring process, you attract better people and make better hiring decisions. So take a look at your current process, make some changes to what you're doing, to improve the experience for the candidate and create consistency from candidates to candidates. And I think you'll really see the results in what you end up with on your team, right? And a stronger team means a stronger school, means a stronger community.
Thank you for listening to the Child Care Genius Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. Don't forget to visit our website at childcaregenius.com to see a list of services we offer to help grow your child care business. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Child Care Genius community.